The Chicks on the Right on 93 WIBC.
Welcome back to the Chicks on the Right show. We're the Chicks. I'm Mock.
I am Daisy. Hello.
Producer Brian Baker filling in temporarily while Rob Kendall went to the doctor. And we need to talk about Justin Trudeau for a moment because I don't even know where he was. I don't even know what context this clip is from. I just know it was from yesterday, and it cracked me up beyond description.
Yeah.
So he is obviously at a press conference of some sort and being asked questions by the press. I'm guessing that it was some sort of an environmental, climate changey type of event.
And he's really into that. I mean,
Very
this is
into
like
it.
one of his pet causes, right? Is to save the environment.
Very
and
into
to
it.
cut down on things like, plastics.
Like the use of plastic. So he was asked about that. And you guys, he could have just said something like, you know what? I could do a better job myself cutting down on the use of plastics. But instead, he said this.
Do you and your family do to cut back on plastics?
We have recently switched to drinking water bottles out of when we have water bottles out of a plastic. Away from plastic towards paper, like drink box water bottles, sort of things. There's a number.
Okay, so he drinks water bottles.
Out of water bottles.
Wow, but
he drinks them out of water bottles.
Okay, because first he drank the water bottles, and then he drinks the what is it? The
Can we just play that again?
Can we play it again?
And turn it up a little.
Play it over and over?
Can you turn it up a little, Brian?
Turn it
'Cause
up a little.
I don't understand what he was fumbling for there.
Do you and your family do to cut back on plastics?
You do.
We have recently switched to drinking water bottles out of when we have water bottles out of a plastic. Away from plastic towards paper, like drink box water bottles, sort of things. There's a number.
It's the drink box water bottles, you guys. Don't you guys do
Like
that?
those little kid
The
juice
drink box, the
boxes.
juice box water bottles. That's what he drinks the water out of the juice box water bottles.
Wow.
That's what he does. That's what you
strong.
guys should be doing to save the environment.
Yeah, take a lesson from Justin Trudeau, you
Yes,
guys, because
very
obviously
smart.
he's got himself a method
And listen,
of avoiding
if you don't drink the juice box water bottles, we're gonna die in 12 years.
right.
All of us, we're gonna die.
Oh, that was painful. Yesterday, we spoke about congressional pay raises because, of course, there is some talk since poor Congress members haven't had themselves a raise since 2009.
you guys are poor.
I don't know how they've survived.
They're so poor, you guys.
They're so poor.
I feel really bad for them.
They're
'cause
practically
they make
homeless.
$174,000 a year and change.
How are they supposed to live on that?
How can they stretch it? How can they make that stretch?
Well, apparently last night, the whole idea of congressional pay raises, the discussion about it has been put on hold, and they need to have more discussion, apparently.
They have to talk more about that and not about the actual work that they're not getting done. Good Lord.
You seem very bitter.
This is... What are you playing?
And so I followed the
It's a
mob.
little Bing Crosby.
Yeah, what is he
When
singing?
there was earth
Brother, can
to
you spare a
plow.
dime?
Yeah,
To bear
Listen, here's the thing. I
arms
get really upset about this particular issue because what they fail to recognize is that we're broke. First of all, we're broke. So it's kind of like if our company was, I don't know, $20 trillion in debt and we went to our bosses and we were like, so we need a raise.
Right.
We
haven't done any work.
We haven't done any work, and our performance has been really crappy.
Yeah.
Really crappy. We haven't delivered anything to you that you've asked us to do. So can we have some more money? And what do you think our bosses would say to us?
They would just laugh.
Yeah.
And since we are the bosses in this case,
Yeah.
I am also laughing.
This is the
This
thing.
is insane.
This is the
But
thing.
who do you think is all for congressional raises?
I'm going to go ahead and answer that question for you and say that it's AOC.
She, in fact,
AOC.
is first of all trying to say it's not even even like a raise.
No.
It's not even like that. It's just a cost of living increase, she says,
It's kind of like that,
to
yeah.
accommodate the changes in our economy.
Oh, yeah. So many changes, you guys, because it's kind of like my luxury apartment is not even that luxurious at all, you guys. It's really actually really plain. And it came with this thing. I don't know what it is.
It's so
but
scary.
It's really scary. It's in my kitchen. And I don't know what it is, you guys. What is
Somebody
it?
said it was a garbage disposal, but like I don't even know what that is.
It's not even that luxurious.
So wait a minute, let me make sure I understand here. So she's needing a cost of living increase
Yes.
because the economy is doing so well under
Yes.
President Donald Trump?
That's correct.
Okay.
That is correct,
all
yes.
right.
But she's trying to spin it, you guys.
Oh.
Like she's actually fighting for raises for all of us.
Oh, for you
So,
and for Brian,
all
and
of
for
us.
me, and for
God bless
Maddie. All of us are going to
Everybody.
get all of us.
She said it may be politically convenient and it may make you look good in the short term to say, oh, we're not voting for pay increases, but we should be fighting for pay increases for every American worker. We should be fighting for a $15 minimum wage pegged to inflation so that everybody in the United States with a salary, with a wage, gets a cost of living increase. And then she goes on to say, members of Congress, retail workers, everybody should get cost of living increases to accommodate for the changes in our economy. And when we don't do that, now here's where it gets really
Here
good.
we go. Here we go.
It just increases the pressure on members, meaning her, to exploit loopholes, like insider trading loopholes, so that we can make it up on the back end.
Okay. First of all, who is buying this bull crap that she's trying to sell? Seriously, there are people who actually buy this.
Oh, yeah.
Who go, oh, gosh, she's telling the truth. Second of all, so she is actually saying, I don't make enough money. Like 175 grand is not enough money for me to live on.
By myself.
By myself. So I need to go to other places to try to get more money. So I need to take advantage of all these loopholes. So we're supposed to look at her and say, okay, well, she's not making enough money on 175 grand a year. So I'm going to go ahead and throw more money at her. It's absurd because if you can't live on 175 grand a year, what makes you think that I want to give you more of my money? You should be able to live. You should be able to live on that kind of money. And I'm giving you more taxpayer money. We hired this woman, or they hired this woman, to be able to handle the American taxpayer dollar, and she cannot handle, living on 175 grand a year.
And she's not wrong, and this is where I'll give her a teeny bit of credit, because she's not wrong when she said,
do that.
I know, but... And this is why Ted Cruz is actually proposing working with her on some new legislation, because what she's saying about lobbying, back scratches, and all of these loopholes when it comes to insider trading is absolutely right. All of these loopholes exist, and all of these lobbying practices exist, and Congress does take advantage of them.
But they don't have to.
They don't have to, but they do, and because they're able to. So if there was actually legislation that prevented them from doing so, then that would be great. If Ted Cruz and she want to work together to work on legislation to get rid of those loopholes, I am down. But they can do that without increasing their pay.
Exactly, but they don't take advantage of it, Mock, because they don't make enough.
Right, absolutely.
Mean, to say that we take advantage of it because $175,000 a year isn't enough for me to live on is absurd. And if you can't live on 175 grand, you have no business being in that position to begin with.
Their pay should be cut by 2/3, if you ask me.
You're damn
This
straight.
should not be a job that you go to like make a fantastic, amazing living.
And then get rich
and
on.
then get rich.
Yeah.
This is supposed to be public service.
Exactly.
And not like a get rich quick scheme, which is how all of these clowns are using it.
Exactly.
So I'm down. If she actually puts her money where her mouth is and she and Ted Cruz do something about the loopholes, I would have a lot more respect for her. But to say, oh, I'm only taking advantage because I didn't get a $4,500 raise, give me a break.
Yeah, there's no way she's going to take advantage of it. I don't think she's going to do this. The loopholes won't be closed.
No.
This is not going to happen. That won't happen. She's going to try to take the raise,
Right.
and she's going to get in the hot tub. She's going to do like everybody else does because she's
She is,
already
like,
in it.
She's underwater in the hot tub.
Totally.
She's in it all the way.
And she's enjoying all of this.
Yeah.
And her luxurious apartment, too.
Exactly.
She's enjoying all of it. Okay. Oh, that makes me so
I know.
angry. It just makes me so angry.
So let's talk about fun stuff next.
Yes, we will, including vampire facials.
Well,
So-
and that's not even going to be fun.
Yeah.
There's a big warning for all y'all.
Yeah, there is.
All y'all.
Yeah, because especially Brian, who was thinking about getting one. So you guys stay tuned for that.